online business in 2020? Yes, during the pandemic and this craziness we have right now. And I told you to go ahead and just start posting on your social media platforms for your business accounts. But some of you may not know exactly what to post, when to post, or what will your target audience like from you so that they buy from you. But no worries, because today's video is going to be all about content posting, and we're going to go into what you should post and when you should post. But before we start, make sure to go ahead and like this video and hit that subscribe button with all notifications on so you don't miss a single post. So I did make a little quick PowerPoint so that you can follow along and see what the key points are when it comes to content posting. So make sure you have your notepads, your pens, your pencils, your iPad, whatever it is, so you can take notes and get your business strategy ready. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so content posting. What should you be posting on your social media? Okay, so there's a lot of mixed reviews on what you should be posting, because usually what we went over a couple trainings ago is to kind of look at other people, see what they may be posting, what gets the most engagement. But then when it really comes down to it, you want to know, okay, I really want to attract clients to me rather than me going and fishing for them, right? First thing, when it comes to your Instagram or your Facebook or your Twitter, whatever you're using, test. Literally, like, you can even see what you're posting right now based on engagements, based on shares, based on likes. Is some post getting something better, or is one post not performing as good as you thought? So you want to look at what content gives you your likes, your shares, your comments. You also want to figure out what your target market likes. So if you're targeting women businesses, what are they interested in looking at on a page? What's going to draw them to your page? If you're targeting construction workers, what are you posting, or what are they liking in other people's posts that they're following other accounts, so that you can kind of not necessarily mimic it, but feed to what that target audience is actually looking for. Again, when it comes to testing, again, this is just throwing out random things. Even if you don't think maybe that it would get attention, just try it, okay? Because you can always archive it later, delete it if for some reason you're not liking it, or the flow of your Instagram or Facebook isn't looking like what you want. You can always archive it or delete it. But usually when it comes to testing, try some memes, some quotes, or e-cards, because that's actually going to what makes your post viral and worth sharing. When you are scrolling, how many of you have actually said, oh my God, this post like speaks to me, I need to share it because I believe in it, I want my friends, my family, blah, 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 to see it. That's how you want to create your post. You want it to be something that could be shared on somebody else's page, so that they can feel whatever energy you're bringing, whatever vibe you're bringing from that post. Usually, if a post is funny, it's going to be shared the most. A few that were kind of funny for social media managers that other people have actually shared. But again, usually funny memes, quotes, whatever, are usually going to be shared the most. And that's what's going to put your brand and your name forward. Call to action, CTAs. So you want to make sure you add this to every post. That could be either in your graphic, or it can either be in your custom caption that you write underneath. Every post, if that's in your graphic or in your captions, you want to make sure to have a call to action. Basically saying that you want them to follow you, you want them to like it, you want them to comment on the graphic, you want them to be engaged with your post. Not only, of course, you want to put your call to action when you're creating these graphics, but you also want to make sure that you put your brand information. If someone does end up sharing from when you are doing your test, your brand information will be on the bottom, so they know who it came from, who they need to look for, who made this amazing post that people are sharing. Another thing is you want to make sure to keep your captions 80 characters or less. This actually receives such a higher interaction than most of the longer posts. And I know you guys know what those longer posts are. It's the ones where they're making literally paragraph after paragraph after paragraph, and this and this and this and this. But really, do you want to read through all that? Like, is it really that important to you what they're saying throughout the whole thing. I mean, it may be, but majority of people are going to stop reading after a while, or if they open up that read more, learn more, whatever, and then they see that, most likely they're going to continue on and not want to read what else you have to say. And you may have that call to action at the very bottom, but nobody is going to see it because they're not reading all the way to the bottom. So and again, this is all going to go into testing for your own social medias, because you're going to see what people like. Do they like when you write long things? Do you have a call to action that they're responding to? And that's how you know, oh, they're actually reading throughout my whole caption. Or are you getting crickets and nobody's really saying anything? You need to tell them to like, share, and comment. You need to tell them what to do, because psychologically in the sales world, when you're repeating something for someone to do, they're most likely going to do it subconsciously. You're going to tell them like, okay, they're going to like the graphic because it's really nice. They're going to share it. If you've made something that's shareable and that people want to share with their friends and family, like we said earlier, then they're going to share it. And if you tell them to comment, they're most likely going to comment something in your comments based on what you've asked them to do. If you say, comment down below if this is helpful for you and what you took from the live or the story or the post or something, you know what I mean? So like, if right now I'm like, hey guys, comment down below if this helps for you. What are you liking about this call to action? What do you need to change? So you need to tell them what you want. So then you just say, hey, comment down below if you want my freebie. Say yes, me here, raise your hand, send a gift, something like that. This is actually really important. I've actually seen this in a lot of marketing textbooks and research that I've done. 70% should add value and build brand recognition. This is including your memes, your quotes, or relevant articles. So a lot of people think, especially when they're starting out, to always say, hey, buy this, book this, book this. Not necessarily like book a consultation, but it's literally like buy this, buy my highlight covers, buy my service. You don't want to flood your feed with that, because you will actually scare away your customers, because people don't want to buy services because you're just telling them. They want to buy from someone who is real, that they can see, okay, this is someone that I vibe with. This is someone who works hard. They post these types of inspirational things or helpful business tools, tips, tricks, whatever. Majority of your posts should be things that do not technically ask them to buy from you. 20% should be shared from other people's ideas, their articles, content, YouTube videos, anything like that. Because when you start sharing other people's content, that gets a lot of visibility and engagement. You'll be able to tag them to obviously give them the credit, but anyone following them and seeing that you're tagging them or sharing their information is going to be wondering who you are. So if you share someone like Elma Bradford, see something so inspirational from her and you want to tag her and you want to repost her stuff, then say if I'm looking, I'm like, Crystal, oh, who's Elma? Oh, wow, that's really cool. Or they're on Alma's page and they see you and they're like, oh, wow, she's kind of has the same mindset. And I really like the things Alma says. So let me go to Crystal's page. What does she have to offer? You can actually benefit from both sides. So people looking at your work and seeing, okay, why are you choosing to tag this person? They go to that post and they're like, oh, okay, I like how they also have the same thinking and they probably have the same thinking of you. 10% should be promotional. So yes, you still want to put your posts that include your coupons, your discount codes, if you're doing new items or services. Again, you don't want to scare away your potential clients by bombarding their feeds or your feed with selling the product. Still add that, but just make sure you keep it minimal. 3 types of content that you can do. Of course, we already know you can do images, you can do videos, you can do stories. So I'm just going to break it down just a little bit more. Your images, those can include your photos, illustrations, screenshots, digital art, of course, are the ones that you make. If you do decide to share, those would be those types. This actually kind of all goes into what I'm going to kind of talk about a little bit later. But yes, you want to figure out if you want to do images or videos. So of course, videos can be shot with your phone, of course, a professional camera, pre-produced. So if you made it ahead of time and you want to upload it, you've edited the video. Looping videos like Boomerang, those are super fun. And of course, animated videos. Also, videos of behind the scenes of your processes. You see it a lot when people have their laptops out, they have their content calendars out, things like that. You can choose to post those to show, hey, like I work hard, I'm working on this right now. You know, you can use that as an engaging post saying, yeah, I'm working on this today. What are you guys working on? Comment down below. You know how everything ties together. Stories, you can also do your images and videos, which of course, if you don't know, but majority of us know, being in this industry, is that you're able to watch all at once on your Instagram or Facebook stories. And then of course you can double post. We know that's a continuous thing. It's 24 hours and then it goes away, but then you can also put it in your feed, and it also tells you if people are watching it, and it shows you if they're commenting on it, because it'll send a email to your actual Instagram or Facebook account messages. These different types of content, of course, it's always best to mix it up, try everything, see what it does better for you. And again, this is going to go up to where we're talking about testing. You want to test. Are people liking more of your images? Are you better at making images? Are they liking your videos way more? Are they liking your stories more? What's getting your most engagement? And then go with it. If it's a mixture, do a mixture. It's all up to you on what's getting you the most recognition and the most views, because again, you want to attract your clients to your posts. You don't want to fish for them. The major goal, of course, is to raise awareness of your services and your brand to be able to sell to the potential viewers. Of course, I know I don't have to say it, but I'm going to say it. So of course, you want to be positive in any one of these categories to create your positive vibes, because you want people or potential clients to vibe on the same level as you. So if they don't vibe, and when I'm talking about vibe, like if they're not down with the things that you are posting and they want to change it for some reason or criticize, that's obviously not the client that you want. You need to speak with your personality through these content creations that you're doing to attract the clients that are going to be most like you, or at least respect who you are, where you're coming from. This can even be like if you target women businesses or anything like that versus male businesses. Obviously, your audience, your graphics are going to be more geared towards women rather than geared towards men. Planning for aesthetics. Of course, this means making your account visually appealing. You want to really think out your boards and how you want people to feel when you go. I mentioned it before. When I first started, it was a hot mess on mine. I'm still continuing to work on it and figure out what exactly I like on my Instagram feed. You know, I've changed my style. I'm still trying to change my style now on what I exactly like. Everything is going to be a test to see what gets you the most engagement, what gets you the most likes, comments, shares. Planning with your aesthetics is going to be also visually interesting to get more engagement, because if you just look at these two, I mean, you're like, wow, that's pretty cool. Wow, I really like how this person did this, and the colors kind of go into each other. Personally, for me, I really don't like puzzle boards like this. My thing is when it breaks apart, if for some reason I want to go in that day and post one single graphic and then it messes up everything, rather than if I were to do 3 graphics at once. But I know there are people, again, that really love puzzle boards like that. And that's also simple to do. You would just create a graphic in a Canva. There's a couple apps that you can download that actually breaks it apart into like a 3x3, 3x6, or something like 3x2, something like that. Again, you want to focus on deciding what posting pattern and style guide that you want to follow. This can be, of course, going to some of the Instagram accounts that you really like, see how they're posting. If you want to take a look at what other people are doing in the industry, what's getting the most engagement on those profiles, and then kind of mimic your own, but of course with your own brand identity. You'll also have to pick a color palette, your fonts, and graphic styles you want to put on each photo. For mine, I have 3 colors on my actual business account. You obviously don't want to have too many colors because then it can be overwhelming, but you can have a minimal of 3, I would say, just to keep it kind of fresh and different. Of course, if you use filters, you want to use the same ones on each photo, because once you start using filters and you have your style guide and you don't put it on, it's going to look real crummy. Different fonts. What I would suggest is you want to pick a bold type font, and again, this kind of goes with your brand identity. Do you like the cursive fonts? Do you kind of like these little, I don't know, fun little fonts? Do you like it just bold and straight like this? So I would have at least one for your bold font. I would have one for your like subtitle text, and then I would have it for your like actual mini text. Say if I have this as my bold, this is my subtitle, and then this is like my inner caption writing. So you could do like 3 to start off. I would keep it kind of minimal, because once you start adding way too many, it's going to start looking out of place, and then you'll know, because as soon as you look at your page and you start scrolling, like if someone were to come to your page and scroll, you're going to be like, yeah, I need to change that, or I need to make everything the same. Biggest takeaway from that is making sure you have something bold, subtext, and then mini text. I'll just call mini text, whatever. I'm blanking on the name of it. But yeah, just have something bold, get their attention. And then your subtitle could be like your heading or something. And then inside the text, it would be a different font or something, just to set it off a little bit visually. It would be really boring if you literally just look at some text that is just like all this, like you don't even have that, and you're just like, oh, cool, you're saying the same thing, nothing stands out to me, and then you're gonna most likely scroll. And if your potential clients or people looking at your feed feel that way, that's not good, because they're not even gonna go farther into actually clicking on your profile to see the rest of your post. The biggest thing with posting, and again, testing. Test what works the best for your audience and your target market. You want to commit to posting as much as possible. However, do not overdo it, because what happens is if you keep posting multiple times in the day, people are going to miss maybe one of your like perfect graphics, or the ones that you want people to see the most, because now you're posting something right after that. And then of course, with everybody else that's posting, whether in that hashtag or in that category, is going to push all your other posts away. So you're going to have to hope, if you want to keep posting, to actually have someone click on your actual Instagram link to go to your page. Commit to posting, but just don't post too much. So say if right now you're just posting twice a week, keep it twice a week. Are you going to do, but pick 2 days? Are you going to do like Mondays and Wednesdays? Are you going to do Thursdays, Fridays? Stick to it, so that people that are watching you, even though they may not comment or something, but they're just trying to see what you're posting, then they're going to expect you to post on those 2 days. If you post every day, keep posting every single day. Engage with your followers. If someone is commenting on your post, you need to make sure you comment right back. I would say within a few hours. Don't let it go past 24 hours, because if they had that thought or that call to action in their head that you put in that post and they actually comment, they want to know, oh my gosh, like I posted, they actually responded back to me. I really enjoy this person because they care. They're not just posting to be posting, like they really want to interact with their people. And you never know, that person who commented could be a potential client in the future. And they're just seeing, hey, how is this person handling their own account? Again, that's the biggest takeaway from this whole thing, is test what works for you and what doesn't work for you, because everyone's going to be different. Everyone is going to bring something to the table that maybe they're better at doing lives all the time. Maybe they're better at doing graphics all the time. It's just about what your audience and the people that follow you and what they're looking for like better from you. So analytics is going to be a big thing that you'll want to pay attention to with your own business. And again, the whole thing is to attract people to you, to DM you, instead of you going and fishing for a client. Again, make sure you reply to all the comments, like, love it, whatever. But also don't just say, when you're engaging with them, don't just say, or cool, write back something meaningful. All right, y'all, I hope that brought so much value to you, so that you can get your business strategy ready on what to post on your business platforms. Tomorrow is August 1st, so I want you to start this month off right. I want you to get your plan ready. I want you to create 7 posts off ideas that you may have from today's video and get those into some type of scheduler so that you don't have to worry about that and you can worry about the forefront of your business. If you have any questions when you're creating your content list or just coming up with ideas, make sure you comment down below or DM me on Instagram or Facebook, and I'll make sure that I get back to you and help you on this journey to your entrepreneurship. You can also join my Facebook group, Social Sisterhood SMM, where we do live trainings every Saturday at 1 p.m. Central to help with any questions or topics that you don't understand when it comes to marketing your business. Again, make sure you like this video and hit that subscribe button with all notifications turned on so you don't miss a single upload on Fridays and Sundays. Make sure you also follow me on Instagram at Truly a Diamond Media, where I post things that help you become a successful entrepreneur. And as always, I want you guys to have a wonderful weekend, and thank you so much for sticking with me through this video and this journey because it means so much to me. And remember to shine bright like a diamond.